Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to round 5 in Spain of the Performance League. Joining me tonight for the first time this season is Marcus, aka Chicken Guy. Say hello, mate.
Alright. Just quickly, FTRL Panini binned it out the pits and his wheels fallen off. Just
oh right,
that
was that in
just
turn
happened
1?
literally. Yeah, it just came through the right and then the left and just like spun pretty much straight into the wall.
Okay.
So he won't be qualifying.
He doesn't usually qualify anyway, but okay.
Oh, I don't know. It looked pretty accidental, I must be honest. But I don't know.
Yeah, he normally retires in the pits, but it's unlucky for him. Would you like to go through the teams tonight and who's in what car?
Yep. So we've got Goikarp in the Ferrari, and then I don't believe we got anyone in the Mercedes tonight, and then in the Red Bull is Raver's Revenge, who should be very fast actually, so got to keep an eye out for him. And we've also got Hammer Time as his teammate. And then in the Renault we've got Willie Tix. He should also be quite fast actually, and he doesn't have a teammate. In the Haas we've got Spurg and Joe, I believe. Yep. So I think Joe's got quite a good chance actually. And then the McLaren we got Blue Flag and Matt Kors, who I believe in Championship, but not 100% sure on that one. And then in the Saubers we've got a new driver for tonight, F1 Sophie, and we've also FTRL Panini, who's unfortunately retired. I forgot about Toro Rosso's actually. We've got Catamines and onto the podium. And finally in the Williams we've got Panda and Aaron. So that's your grid for tonight.
Very nicely done, mate. Just a quick one as well. Our first ever female driver tonight, F1 Sophie, making her debut in the Performance League. Apparently she's got a lot of pace, so she's been put into the Sauber.
Yeah, just on board with her now, coming through the last sector of the lap. She's on the medium tyres. Now, I'm not sure what the tyre allocation. Oh, it must be mediums, softs and supers or something, I believe.
Yeah, I believe that is.
So she could be going for a strategic one here. She sets a 1:22.6, a fair bit off the pace actually. We've got Hammer Time on pole with an 18.5. And then quite a large gap back to Panda and the rest of the field. That is just the first
lap,
runs.
which he was. What a lap that is from Raver's Revenge.
Oh, Ravers, yeah.
He'll be happy with that.
Yeah, we said he'd be one to watch for. So he's got a 6/10 lead over his teammate, who's also in P2 now. So Red Bull lockout of the front row.
FTRL Panini says in the chat, I might have crashed slightly at turn 1 coming out of the pits.
Ah, there we go. There's your explanation.
That's 1:22, doesn't seem that bad on the mediums, in all fairness.
Yeah, especially in Sauber actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite a good achievement actually.
So we'll keep an eye on that time. Willie Six, is he coming round to finish a lap? Yes, he is. Eighth.
Yeah, it's quite close in that sort of like sixth to ninth. So like,
Yeah.
4 of them all within a couple of attempts to each other, so that could be like quite an interesting battle come the race.
Yeah, same with 3rd to 5th as well, actually.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Crest
fairly
goes
close.
third, 118.8.
Oh, I don't think I mentioned the Force Indias actually. Oh well, we've got Crest and Remco in those.
Well, there you go. We've said it now. You can't say that we haven't. Um, so, Spain. What do you think
So,
of this track?
Spain, well, in my Division 2 race here, I had quite a good result actually. I believe the race started dry and then it was wet towards the end, so managed to get the strategy quite nice, and I believe I got P3 or 2 round here. So yeah, but as a track, I actually quite enjoy Spain. I think it's quite a technical track. It's like a lot of high-speed corners which can be quite difficult, and you've got to have the right setup around here, because if you run the ballast too high you just spin out on the corners, and same with wings, because you've got to be fast down that pit straight as well. So I think it's quite a difficult track, but I enjoy it. What about yourself?
Yeah, weather played a big part for me in Div 2. Fully dry setup. Figured, it's Spain. Won't even need a wet setup, and just lashed it down in the race, as it tends to do. But yeah, it's a track that doesn't often betray me, but this year on this game, it very much has. So.
Oh, Goy's just retired from the session.
Any idea what that was?
No, I was not looking, to be honest. I saw it pop up at the bottom of the screen. He possibly could have done it in the pits, like deliberately, I don't know. But it's a shame because we won't be able to see him fighting for the pole position today.
Yeah, not Ferrari, which he seems to have planted himself in this season.
Certainly, yeah. I think being in that every race so far, I believe.
Yeah. Oh, Hamilton's on the last. So we'll stay on board for him for this, if he can challenge pole.
Coming into this uphill chicane now. It's important to get the next corner correct, as leads you onto quite a long straight, so got to get a nice drive off it, get the DRS open, and into this heavy braking zone, into the hairpin. Seems to get quite a nice run out of there. Round the tricky left, bit of a slide, and he's gone a little bit wide on the long right-hander. Now into this last technical sector, quite wide, missed the apex a bit there. Oh, and he's abandoned the lap.
Reminding me a bit of Paul de Resta then, with your commentary of that.
Ah, take this compliment.
Blue flag, it was 8th, 120 dead.
I believe Joseph Burns on an outlap at the moment in the Haas. He should do all right, I believe.
He's on the softs, so we'll see.
Yeah, so's Remco actually. Remco's just coming round to complete his lap in the Force India. He does a 127, so possibly a mistake there. Or he just backed off, I'm not sure.
I think he just saved his battery, to be honest. He looks like he's got a fair bit of it.
Yeah, his teammate just moving out the way. Crest on his outlap.
Catamese is on the racing line. Oh, goodness. Very nearly. Yeah, he's backed off now.
Yeah. Unfortunate for Remco. I believe onto the podiums on a lap in the Toro Rosso on the Super Softs. Come around the long right-hander now.
Yeah, he is. Joe Burns has just started his lap as well. So we'll go right back after that. This lap by onto the podium.
Ooh, yellow's in sector 2. Try and find
P5.
what that is.
119 dead from onto the podium.
I think the yellows were just crest letting people through, to be honest.
Yeah, it is quite aggravating. Matt Cors goes 5th.
Ooh, that's a good lap in the McLaren.
Very good lap. If Joe can hold this lap together, he'll be right up there. Willie Tix goes 4th and Cress goes 5th.
I think that
Cress was already up there,
just, yeah, he's just starting his lap now, I think.
Oh, Joe run
So
a
that
bit
Force
wide
India
there.
got good straight line speed. Just lacks a bit of aero.
F1 Sophia started her lap. Who shall we ride on board with?
I think Cress aboard his lap. Possibly got invalidated. Ravers could be on a lap. He's on the softs at the moment, so I'm not sure what he's doing there.
He might be just getting a feel for the track.
Yeah, I suppose. I don't know what lap he did his tyres on. Oh, he did it on supers, yeah. So, unless Ravers finds a lot of time, I'm pretty sure he'll be starting on the supers.
Someone has commented that Toro should get a penalty for that. Initiating Joe and Casamese. Sadly, there was nothing that Casamese could do as he was on the pause menu. But get what you're saying, 100%.
Okay.
It's not very often that it's said in the commentary box. Yeah, Aaron's just coming round for his lap. I think Sophie might just be up the road. Yep. Coming across on the softs. 120.3.
Stays 12.
I think she's trying out all the tyre compounds.
Yeah, I've heard that she's only had this game for a week, so obviously still getting used to it.
Okay, apparently she's lightning quick as well. So
yeah, that's what we've heard.
Yeah. Is it just a bogeyman story?
So your top 10 at the moment is Raver's Revenge, Hammer Time, Spurg, Willie Tix. Go on. Something happened.
Cress nearly lost it coming out of turn 5, I'm gonna say.
The uphill chicane.
Just before that, on the exit curve.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's backed out of his lap. Is a Haas through, I believe?
Yeah, Joe Bones.
Ah, there goes. So anyway, the top 10 was Ravers, Hammer Time, Spurg, Willie Tix, Cress, Matt Cors, Aaron, onto the podium, Panda and Catamines. And they're all on Super Softs.
Yeah, apologies for interrupting that.
No problem.
Well, it feels like we've gone back in time because the Red Bull looks dominant today, so...
Yeah, Ravers with that still 6/10 lead over his teammate, who is... Oh, it's actually quite close for P3 actually, or P2.
Yeah, thousands.
Between... Yeah. So, that position definitely isn't settled yet.
I think maybe a couple of the drivers have just waited for the track to be rubbered in. For example, the people out of the top 10. And then we'll just make a go of it, so...
Joe Burns on the lap, seemed to do a bit of a slide coming out that uphill chicane.
Hammer Time improved his lap by 2 tenths as Remco goes 4th. He'll be happy with that.
Yeah, in the Force India. That's not a bad time at all. Hammer Time's now retired, so he's obviously happy with the lap he did. And who is that? Believe that Spurg's just gone into the gravel, coming off that right-hander where Lance Stroll put it in the gravel in F1 testing a couple of years back.
Yep, Spurge is he's just taking his own track here.
Yeah, making it up as he goes along. F1 Sophie's retired. So
Okay, well,
she's
that's my
obviously
theory out the window.
she's obviously content with starting outside the top 10. Get the tyre choice. Catamine's also retired now. Cress with some quite aggressive weaving, trying to get some heat in the tyres on his outlap.
I can't really think why he'd be struggling to get heat here.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe it's just like psychological. He's still weaving now. I have no
Maybe
clue what he's
doing it
doing.
for the camera.
Yeah, who knows?
Right, Aaron's just started a lap. Onto the podium, he's just about to start a lap?
Seems like it, yeah.
Yep. So, champion and runner-up, not that far away from each other on the track.
To be fair, I'm really impressed with Aaron in the Williams to be P8. I think that's quite an achievement.
Oh, and Willie Six is in the gravel where Lance Stroll, and he's gone. The tyres come off.
I believe, yeah, his front left detached itself.
Yeah.
So the only one out of the top 5 that's still, oh no, sorry, there's 2 in the top 5 that can still do a lap. That's Ravers and Remco. Oh no, sorry, Remco's just finished.
Can Ravers improve on that 117.9?
Well, I don't think he's going to be challenged for P1 today. But we got blue flag just coming across the line to go P12.
He does. He improves by 5 tenths.
Gee. Well, this, yeah, that's interesting. Anyone else still on the laps? We've got Matt Cors, Cress.
Aaron goes 6th in the Williams.
Oh my goodness.
Cress on his
That's
lap.
an extremely good lap.
Also got Matt Cors behind him. Cress has backed off.
Matt's still on the lap, I believe, yeah. Coming through the tight chicane now. Towards the end of the lap. Doesn't take too much curb. Seems to get quite a nice run out of the corner there. Now just the drag to the line. Oh,
P3.
and he goes P3. That is a good lap from Matt there. He's only a 10th off P2 as well. So, I mean, other than Ravers, we got quite a close field.
Yeah, Ravers
I believe that's... Is that everyone finished now?
Yeah, just waiting for Joe to retire.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Ravers has run away with that.
So your top 10 there is Ravers Revenge on a 117.4, Hammer Time also in the Red Bull on a 118.3, Matt Cors in the McLaren 118.4, Spurg in the I don't even know, Haas probably 118.5, and then yeah, that's all I saw.
Don't worry, hopefully it comes back up.
Yeah, it should do now. So, do you know what the strategy for this race is? Probably a one stop, is it?
It really depends on what your pace is like.
I can't really remember, to be honest.
The top 10 will all be on the supers. Outside
We
it...
got Joe on the softs, actually.
Oh, apologies.
So, he could be one to watch, I suppose.
Barring he doesn't get into any trouble, yes.
Yeah, I find this track. I think it's quite narrow, to be honest. So could get a bit concertinaed up into the first corner, but it'd be interesting to see.
Well, the last time I commentated on this track, there was a monster crash, and that is not
Ah,
as
yeah, I
bright.
remember that. Yeah.
That was an awful crash, almost as bad as those clouds look in the sky.
Well, weather could come into effect this race, I suppose. I don't have a clue what the forecast is supposed to be.
I feel like you may have said that already on this game.
Oh.
Just waiting for the drivers to sort out the strategies and fuel load.
So, what's your podium?
I knew it. I was just going to ask you the same thing.
I mean, you go first.
I'm going to say the 2 Red Bulls will definitely be in there. And then I'm going to say Joe Burns. What about yourself?
Well, just going off that qualifying performance there from Ravers, I can't see anyone matching him during the race. So I'm going to say Ravers.
Okay.
I have a feeling Matt Cors. Yeah, I'm going to say Matt Cors for a podium, and maybe Spurg actually. Yeah,
Ooh.
Ravers, Matt Cors and Spurg, mixing it up a bit.
Ooh. Some spices aren't made to go together though, so we'll see.
Oh, and Willie Tix is in the gravel on his formation lap. Not a clue what happened there. He just seemed to not turn and just went straight into the gravel.
Flashbacks to Jolyon Palmer in the Renault. I'm not demoralising Willie Tix by any means, but...
Oh, Raves is out by himself now. Hammertime's backed it right up. Oh, Raves has realised. He slammed on. Goy bringing up the rear of the field in the fry. Opted to start on the mediums, so...
He'll enjoy you saying that. Yeah, the...
Ooh, the Saubers nearly came together then.
3... I believe it's 3? Or is that... Yeah, 4 cars are on the mediums, which is FTRL Blue Flag, F1 Sophie, FTRL Panini and Goy Carp.
Just waiting for everyone to form up on the grid now. Goy just slide into position.
Oh, someone slid in there. Who are we going to ride on board with? We're going to ride on board with Remco. 5 red lights. And we are underway in Spain. And
oh, one of the Saubers didn't move off the line.
Oh boy.
I believe. Seems like Rove's got a pretty decent start. I think there was nearly contact there.
Yeah, very nearly. Matt Cors
Everyone
lost
seems
position.
to have made it around the first corner.
Bit of lag there. Willie Tix struggling.
Seems fairly clean from what I've seen. I believe Goy might be struggling with a bit of lag.
Yeah. Ravers is 6 tenths out in front at the moment.
Yeah. Just probably going to work on extending that lead. I think there's quite a big midfield train actually starting to form now. And that's one of the Renaults. I think that's Willie Tix having to defend a little bit from Cress in the Force India.
Looks
into the
Willie
hairpin.
Tix is struggling with internet tonight. He's lagging a bit.
Yeah, actually, I'd agree with that.
I thought it was
Yeah,
mine to know first.
No, he's definitely like rubber banding a bit, isn't he?
Yeah, hopefully that doesn't
Hopefully that
all
won't affect anyone.
press. Okay, we all saw that on stream. He nearly went, but it was lag.
I didn't really notice anything.
Okay, Joe Burns dropped down quite a bit, and he's just overtaken Blue Flag on the straight. Giving each other a decent amount of room. Blue Flag's going to come back on the inside. Very good racing from the both. Joe goes off track a bit. Very respectful driving from them both. Joe's going to go around the outside. It's a good move. Not done yet though.
Inside for this corner.
Blue Flag around the outside. Gets a very good run out of it. Whoa.
Ooh. Big slide there, and he's into the grass.
Just a bit of dirt, yeah, there. Willie Tix retires. He's not sure where that was, but it's that
no, I didn't
same
watch that,
sector
sorry.
again.
I'm not quite sure what happened there. The battle for third actually is getting a bit close between Spurg, Matt Kors and Remco in the Force India. See what Remco can do down this pit straight using the hot lap ERS, going for the move on Matt Kors now.
That Force India straight
and that
speed
McLaren,
is insane.
Yeah, that McLaren just got left for dead there. Matt didn't have anything to fight for, and Spurg spun. Remco does well to avoid that.
Matt nearly lost the wing on the back of him, but very good reactions from Remco.
Yeah, good avoidance from every driver. I don't think Spurg got hit there. But he is now P15 and a fair way off the back of Goy Karp. Goy seems to be sticking with the pack quite well. He's not far off the back of Blue Flag in the McLaren. Less than a second at the moment, so good driving from him so far.
He likes to make sure his tyres just sort himself out really. He's very good at tyre management. So you can see him going long into this Grand Prix. Willie Tix says in the YouTube section of comments, lagged out 1 second on the track, next time in the wall, so unlucky from him. We were saying that he had some lag issues.
Yeah, on my screen he was certainly rubber banding a bit, forwards and backwards everywhere. So that's unfortunate for him.
From Aaron all the way down to Joe Burns.
Yeah, see if Cress might be able to make a move on this straight using the
early.
hot lap PRS. Aaron tries to go defensive, but Cress in the Force India, is he going to try it round the outside? I think he's got the move done.
Onto the podium, he's going to try around the outside of Aaron as well.
Yeah, onto the podium, side by side with Aaron.
They do touch.
Aaron drops a wheel into the gravel.
Yeah, they both
and now
did
he's lost
touch
a fair
there.
few positions out of that. So now Aaron back behind Panda,
Joe Burns,
who is
gonna have a
teammate.
massive engine advantage here on this train. He looks up the inside academies. Ravers pit, and he's chasing down Goy Karp.
That midfield battle from about P7 to P11 or something is still pretty intense at the moment.
Academies DRS on Aaron, no dive from him, very sensible driving.
Oh, he goes for a bit of a cutback there. They're going to be side by side into that, but Capta means backs out. He goes for another cutback round there.
Joe Burns last
I
wing.
think, yeah, Joe Burns.
That
I saw
was
a bit of carbon fibre
incredibly
fly off. Yeah, they all just backed up behind Aaron there. Wasn't really a lot he could do.
I think tyres
and
Aaron,
I think,
very lucky to not ended his race there.
yeah, I can't tell if he was going for the pits.
I think he was, but he definitely has now. Joe Burns,
Yeah.
DRS. Can he do anything with that broken wing? Very good overtake there. Academy's going to come back. No, he's
Just
not.
managed to fend him off round there.
Very good. Very good overtake
This
from
is
Joe Burns.
possibly one of the worst tracks to have wing damage though, isn't it?
That is a very good point, yeah. Hammer time pit,
A lot of high
he's
downforce
4.5
corners.
seconds behind Raver's Revenge. Remco currently leads this race.
Yeah, by 2 seconds as well from Matt Cors in the McLaren, and then Cress in that Force India. Cress starting to form a bit of a train behind him with Onto the Podium and FTRL Panda. So be interested to see what happens there. Tiny lockup from Cress.
F1 Sophie's currently chasing after Joe and Catamise.
Just thinking, doesn't matter where she finishes, she'll be the highest performing female FTRL driver, no matter what happens.
That is a very good point, yeah.
An achievement for her already. And Matt Cors into the pits now. So I believe what's happened to Cress as well. Cress is also pit actually. Cress followed Matt Cors into the pits. So that was released onto the podium, and now
Goikarp has just made an overtake on FTRL Panini. Thanks to DRS. Raver's next target is Blue Flag.
Remco extending that gap to 4.5 seconds now, so he seems to be doing alright with the tyres. Onto the podium, and Panda seems to be closing up a little bit, so there could be a nice little battle starting to form. But
yeah,
I'm guessing they'll probably start pitting soon.
Yeah, Panda's on the soft, so he's gained a lot of time on into the podium.
Raver's trying to cut his way through the traffic now into P6, coming up behind F1 Sophie, who's having a nice little battle with Joe Burns actually. So be interested to see what happens when Ravers gets involved.
Hopefully there's no damage. He's had a couple of unlucky results this week, the last 2 weeks.
Who's that? So it's just pit.
Joe Burns. DRS Open for Ravers. Fastest lap of the race as well. So if he goes defensive, he can't seem to actually catch up on that. Oh, my commentator has left the session and the party, so I may have to quickly invite him back, so apologies for this, just technical issue. Yeah, invite done. Apologies for that. And Ravers he slowed down a bit there, so something's happened. I'm not sure if he's lost wing, but something definitely happened there, because Blue Flag has overtaken him. Onto the podium, pit in that as well. Hammer time closing up to the back of Ravers, so could see a change of the net lead here. But something definitely happened with F1 Sophie and Ravers. I'm not sure what that was. Apologies for those watching. Did not mean to miss that. Just some technical issues going on. I have invited him. I'm not sure what's actually going on at this point. I think there has been a couple of internet issues tonight regarding this lobby, not just within the drivers. There has been a bit of a laggy voice here and there from myself and the chicken guy, aka Marcus. Nonetheless, Blue Flag is chasing down Ravers once again. Hammer time. Gonna go up the inside of Blue Flag. Not much of a defence from Blue Flag, and it's a good move. Yeah, just some technical issues with Marcus. His Wi-Fi has turned itself off, so for now you're just gonna have to deal with my voice and cope with it, I guess. So apologies for this sore throat. I'm currently dealing with an illness. Yeah, moving on. Catami's pits. Looks as though he had wing damage maybe. Joe Burns also pit, he had wing damage. Aaron also had wing damage, and he is 6 seconds behind onto the podium. Matt Core's currently running in 9th place on the soft. Remco pits from the lead after taking those super softs 8 laps, so fair play to him. Raver's gonna be charging that F1 Sophie again. DRS open. He's gaining very quickly as well. Welcome back, Marcus. Never mind, he has an type. Raver's really keeping close to F1 Sophie now. Gonna look for a move around the outside. There we go again. Can he do anything? Welcome back, Marcus. Do you need an invite to the lobby again, or are you okay?
Yeah, if you could do. Yeah, my Wi-Fi just died.
Oh, I'm not actually able to do that. It's not letting me.
I can probably join off someone's profile.
Or you may be able to join me through the party if you try that.
Yeah, okay. I'll give it a go.
Nonetheless, Ravers is chasing down Sophie, who's on the medium compound. Hammer Time is also beyond this battle, so he's fighting for the lead as well. Sophie goes very slow through this section, and Ravers going to have massive DRS as he runs a bit wide.
I have rejoined the lobby, so I'll be with you shortly.
Welcome back. Oh, Hammerson gets a great run out of that first corner. Can he mount a challenge to Ravers? He's going to do it. He's going up the inside. The two Red Bull teammates fighting it out. Holds the inside line. Sophie's going to close that door. Oh, they touch. Hammerson does make contact. And he overtakes two people in two corners. Very, very good driving for himself. That was brilliant.
Sophie managed to keep Ravers behind her like this whole time.
There was an incident because I was inviting you back to the party. I come back and Ravers was going quite slow on the curb, so I think maybe she might have closed the door.
Well, Ravers is going for a diver. Oh, and he backs out of it at the last second. But they're going to be side by side into the left-hander.
Because
Sophie holds
there,
it round the outside.
so he doesn't hit the Spanish sling.
And Ravers, is he going to be able to carry the speed around the outside? Cuts
across
she
Sophie,
spins him. I believe there was contact there.
Contact on the rear right of Ravers. Just no luck to be found for Ravers.
Yeah, such good qualifying. He's definitely not. Oh, and someone else has spun into the gravel behind. I'm not sure who that was. I believe
that was Cress.
Was it Cress? Oh, Cress has put it in the gravel. There was a big train of cars, and they're still battling down into the first corner.
So the podium has made his way up to 7th place.
Someone's been through the gravel there. Oh, is that Goy?
Yeah,
I believe
Goy
that's
spun
Goy.
out. There's no damage by the looks of it.
Very unfortunate for Goy there.
Carnage.
Absolute madness as soon as I rejoin.
Yeah. It's only just come through that you've joined as well.
Right. Well.
Spurge retires
Try
from
and find out what
P14.
happened to him. Can't quite see. So, out of all of that, Panda is in the lead. And we are only a third through this race, so still an awful lot more to come. So we got Hammer Time P2, F1 Sophie on the medium tyres in P3. So she's obviously going for a longer stint. But obviously that contact with Ravers could get investigated after the race, we're not sure at the moment. Matt
Speaking of
Claus and
Ravers,
his teammate
gonna get DRS and onto the podium out on the main straight.
Red Bull
Apologies for
versus Toro
interrupting.
Rosso.
Can't quite find it, but he's made up a lot of time. Yeah, what was you saying, Marcus?
I was just doing a little rundown through the order.
Yeah, it's fine.
about what was going on. So
Both McLarens having a good race as well. Matt and Blue Flag. My co-commentator is having a bit more issues as well. Here comes onto the podium as Blue Flag runs wide. Blue Flag goes defensive. Can onto the podium go around the outside? There's a bit of contact, but it's respectful. Well, the traffic cones took a hit there from Blue Flag. You won't be wanting to see that back anytime soon. Right, Panda pits from the lead, and whilst we do that, I'm going to have to invite my co-commentator back, so apologies for this. I'll be as quick as I can. He has gone offline, so there's not much I can do about that. Apologies. Panda comes out in P10 for 3 seconds ahead of his teammate. So after Aaron's unlucky spin before the pits, I'm not sure what actually happened there. He is now fighting for the points in that Williams. Blue Flag has fallen down the pecking order a bit, so I've missed another incident, so I'm really sorry about that. F1 Sophie currently P2, Matt Cause P3. Blue Flag drops down to 7th. Has he got damage? Not the camera angle I was looking for. Going round near the Spanish sling. I think Blue Flag his tyres might be struggling at this point. Will he dive in? No, he doesn't. He continues, so his tyres must be okay. As someone went into the gravel there, I think that was Remco. He dipped a tyre in the gravel. Nonetheless, FTRL Hamilton leads this Grand Prix by 7 seconds. Not sure what's actually happening with my co-commentator. I'm just waiting for a message to tell me what's going on. Aaron battling with Joe Burns now. Both on the medium tyres. Both had wing damage actually, so their Grand Prix aren't too dissimilar. Cress will be coming up to the back of this battle as well. DRS open for Joe Burns. What can he do? He's going to go down the inside of Aaron. It's not a dive. Can he hold that? Or the Spanish sling. It's always nerve-wracking to risk it on that curve because you can easily go perfectly or you can go straight into the wall. So Joe took a massive risk there. Aaron is just trying to do the best he can in that car, really. DRS for Aaron in the Williams, straight line speed. He seems to have a bunch of it in that car. He certainly must be really good. Joe gives him a bit of space so he doesn't lose even more wing. Blue Flag is at to pit. He's lost wing now. He's dropped down the order quite a bit. Goikarp running in 6th place. What a race he's having. Ravers currently hunting down onto the podium. Apologies for that break. Hamilton leads this Grand Prix by 8.7 seconds and it just keeps rising at this point. His tyres don't seem to be failing him. And I feel like he'll be putting another set of soft tyres on. welcome back to my co-commentator if he's there. Carp may need to do a bit of defensive driving. Onto the podium. He's going to have to defend against Ravers for the second time in 2 weeks. We'll watch this battle closely. It's the closest battle we've got on track at the moment. We've also got Panini versus Remco, but for now we'll stay on board with the Red Bull versus Toro Rosso DRS Open. It's a lovely shot of the DRS there. Ravers is going to dive up the inside. Don't think there was any contact made there. But it is P4 for him. There's a yellow flag, I'm not sure what that's for.
Berg has retired. Is that new news? I don't know.
I believe that happened on lap 14. Could be wrong in saying that.
It just came up on my screen.
Ravers pits. Tyres is he going on?
Another. Oh, it's gone for a set of mediums actually.
Yeah, it shows the softs on my screen though. I think that showed the same for you. Yeah, it's the medium tyres, but it's just showing me the softs.
Oh, that's interesting.
Just looking at the position gains, and F1 Sophie's made 12 places and Koikov's made 10. So,
oh, big congratulations to Goy then. Seems to be having a good race.
Yeah, he's got a bit of defensive driving to do. Panda got past him.
Has Sophie stopped yet? No.
No, she hasn't.
Neither has Goy actually.
She's currently being chased down by Matt Kors. Hammer Time leads this by 10 points, 10.8 seconds now.
Jeez. We've got quite a good battle for P6 here. There's like 3 of them that are all in it. I believe it's Panini, Remco and Joe Burns actually. All battling now.
Aaron's also there as well. Are those dark clouds in the sky that I can see there? I'm not insinuating anything, but they may contain water. DRS Open now for 3 drivers. FTRL Panini's the only one without it. Can he do a masterclass of defending? Remco gonna go on the inside.
Remco's just sent it down the inside.
Panini holds it very well around the outside. It's brilliant from him.
Further back,
Joe Burns
Remco
goes round the outside. It's brilliant.
Yeah, that's a great move from Joe Burns there to hold it round the outside. Cress is looking to get involved in this as well. Side by side into this left is Panini and Joe Burns, but unfortunately for Joe, he couldn't make anything out of this, and now he's under threat from Remco into this uphill chicane.
Yeah, Panini's going to show a masterclass of defensive driving here.
Yeah. Ooh,
Joe Burns, DRS.
Ran onto that curb there.
Chris going to make a move on Aaron? No, he backs out.
Ooh, went for a late move, Joe did, but luckily Panini didn't have to move at all, just drove normally pretty much.
Ravers will be slowly there. Hammer Time pits, so F1 Sophie takes the lead of this Grand Prix.
That is the first female leader of an FTRL race, as Panini
you are right
runs
in saying that.
Alright, coming out the last corner, and that has given Joe Burns the opportunity to go down the inside, going into the first corner. Joe gets moved up, pulls it up, and prevents this cutback. But does he actually? Because coming around the long right-hander, Panini seems to have a bit of a look, and now he's run a tiny bit wide onto the AstroTurf. So I believe Joe might get away with that move now.
So
Yeah,
Hammer
it's a
Time
bit
has
battle.
pit, and he's just on the back of FTRL Panda.
So, the Matt Claw's actually doing rather well.
P2, a 10th behind F1 Sophie. This battle's going to really shape the podium, I think.
Yeah, we need to keep an eye on this one. F1 Sophie probably going to have to defend going down the start-finish straight, but then again, that McLaren's not particularly fast in a straight line, is it?
No,
Oh,
she
but
dives into the
anyway.
pits. So let's see what
Onto
she
the
does. I
podium,
think
picks
she's
up a
going to go into a set of
3-second
softs
penalty.
here that will take her to the end. Hammer Time.
Yeah,
DRS now. He'll look to gain a lot of time on Panda.
be interested
Ooh.
to see if Goy... Oh yeah, Goy's also pit now.
Yeah.
So those two running the same strategy. Goy, I don't know what tyres he's gone on to actually. They changed partway through the pit stop.
I believe they are a set of softs.
Yeah.
Sophie
I think they are.
rejoins in P9 behind Ray's Revenge, as Goy rejoins in 10th place.
Panini on a set of softs as well. Seems to be... Oh no, there he goes. Not sure if he had a 5-second stop-go penalty.
Hammer Time got past
that means-
FTRL Panda as well.
Everybody is pit this race. And that's probably all we'll see from the pit stops now. So...
Onto the podium, currently leads this race. Whether
did we
those
miss
softs
the
go to the
move
end?
there?
I believe we did.
Oh right. Oh well.
Yeah, we've missed quite a bit tonight, but oh well. Onto the podium, dives into the pits, as does Matt Kors, so FTR Hamilton will retake the lead of this Grand Prix. Panda continues, who will now be in P2. Joe Burns,
And on
P3?
the mediums, is he?
Yes he is, yeah.
Yeah. He's done 8 laps on those tyres, so do you think he'll be able to nurse them to the end?
Yeah, he'll get
Yeah.
those to the end, 100%.
So Panda could be having a very good race at the moment,
He
with making up 9 positions if he stays where he is.
He's the favourite for the title this season, according to FTR Aaron. And
Yeah, well,
go on.
looking at his performance, you can see why.
Yeah.
Especially the
I
Williams
think
as
he just
well.
likes the colour coordination of the mediums actually on his white car.
Yeah.
Ravers currently chasing down Cress. It's a bit of a wild race for Ravers. He's been caught up in some incidents, but he's back up to 5th. He's looking to redeem himself in this race.
Yeah, it'd be interesting how hard Crest battles him, because they're on different strategies, aren't they? So it'd be interesting to see what happens here. We go into this last sector. Crest a little
Meanwhile,
bit wide through there.
there is a battle forming
Yeah,
between
nice run up there.
F1 Sophie and onto the podium for P7.
All Raves has got a very good run out of there. Goes to the inside, but then the straight line speed of the Force India
Aaron Pitts.
just helps Crest keep ahead. Raves is looking to go down the inside into the first corner, side by side. This beautiful helicopter shot that I've got, and Raves is through there into P4.
Brilliant, respectful
impressive
driving from
car.
them both. Aaron will
Yeah.
come out in P10 and he will have to defend the Remco, will he?
Yeah, it's going to be close into the first corner.
Yep. Aaron's going to have those
Aaron
cold
just
tyres, so he
got
needs
ahead.
to be careful.
Remco seems to have made a tiny mistake there, or maybe not actually. We've got yellow flags in sector 3, I'll try and find out what that is, and that is Catamine in the gravel. So, around, oh,
Oh, that
nearly
could have
flipped
been bad.
again. Yeah, could have taken out the race either there, but
Yeah, onto the
all
podium.
okay at the moment.
Battling with F1 Sophie now.
Oh, Catamine's clonked the wall quite severely coming into the pit lane, so that could have ended his race right there. But luckily, got away with it.
Onto the podium. DRS open. Can he do anything now? He's gaining. He's gaining.
Pulled out the little slipstream at the last second, goes down the inside. Safely tries to hold it. No contact there. Nice movement onto the podium there, managed to hold it.
Not a lot that she could do in that Sauber, but yeah.
Interesting to see if she tries to shape up another move. Oh, she's gone a little bit wide there. I think on the podium might get away now.
Yeah, he has.
So, from the looks of it, so chance gone. If he had one.
Meanwhile, Goikart, 5 tenths behind Matt Kors, he is currently battling for P7. He seems to have come alive on this soft compound. Here he is now, DRS open. That Ferrari is going to be so quick down this straight. He gains a lot of time. This move will be done on the back straight. Co-commentator has lagged out one more time. Not his fault at all though, so you'll see the humour in that. Goy just struggled a bit in that last sector. Here he goes. He'll try and gain a lot of time on Matt Kors now. DRS open. This Ferrari is going to be so quick down this straight. He's gained an awful lot as well. If Goy can just hold it together in the last sector of this track. Oh, Matt almost lost it there. He's going to lose it. Goy just kind of put himself on the grass just so he didn't have to deal with an incident of Matt Kors there. But yeah, here we go. Lag going off everywhere. There's not a lot that can be done about this. I think it could be PSN, it could be the lobby, but issues for everyone really. F1 Sophie currently P6. Ravers Revenge currently battling with Joe Burns. This is for the podium. Joe Burns held the inside. Ravers going to get a really good run now. DRS. Let's see what he can do. DRS goes around the outside, gives Joe Burns a defensive opportunity. Doesn't go for it though. Fair play, respectful driving from them both. Ravers very nearly lost his wing there. He did so incredibly well to save that. Literally took my breath away. You'll hear that back on the stream. Yeah, I thought Ravers' race was over then, but fantastic from him to save that, and he's still gonna take this past to Joe once more. Meanwhile, Goy got that move done past Matt Kors in the midst of all that battling. However, it is extremely hard to watch as there is a bit of lag about this at this period of time. Yeah, it is struggling at this point. Yellow in sector 2, let's see what that is. Not sure what that was actually. Meanwhile, Ravers Revenge is going to go for a move on this DRS straight. Let's see what he can do. Down the inside this time. Brilliant helicopter shot. Nice inside curb. Ravers going to hold it a lot more smoother this lap. Good recovery from himself. Goy picks up a penalty for his troubles. Hammer time leading this race boy by 10 seconds. My accent changed then. But yeah, it's been a fantastic race. Yellow in sector 1. Not sure what that was. What is the closest battle on track? Yellow in sector 1 again. Cress and Aaron going to be battling now. The Force India straight line speed is always overpowered. See what Cress can do. Battling for P9. Apologies for that. Onto the podium, currently running in P5. Ravers is now hunting for FTRL Panda. Panda is really struggling in those tyres, you can tell. Here we go. It's going to get a bit of a slipstream, but that dirty air can affect him. Ravers going to try and go around the outside this time. No, he's going to go for a little switchback. Can he do it? Comes off the exit curb there. Panda gets a good run. Yeah, he is so tricky. Ravers holds it well. Panda runs into the grass. Like I say, struggling with those tyres. Ravers gets a brilliant run. DRS open. Round the outside. Can he do it? Yes, he can. It's a brilliant move. Just needs to keep his head now and make sure he's not in any more trouble. And he just keeps on the track. Considering the amount of incidents he's been in, he's doing fantastic. Matt Cause again, him and Goikar both battling at this point. My co-commentator has lagged out once more. Goy nearly losing it and nearly going into the wall. Bit of heart in his mouth moment there. Cress is going to gain. Cress also made the move done on Aaron, so apologies for that. There was quite a bit I missed this race, but the battle's all over really. It's been a very good race. Blue flag gets the move done on FTRL Panini. Nearly. Blue flag has been so good at saving that tonight. That's the Spanish sling, sorry. Try saying that 3 times when you've had a drink. Ravers is already taken a second out of that time of hammer time now, so I mean there is 6 laps left. Could we see a final charge from Ravers maybe? But we'll never know. Joe Burns going to be looking at this last podium spot. Panda is really struggling on those tyres. F1 Sophie currently running in P6, 7 seconds behind onto the podium and 4 seconds ahead of Matt Cause. This will be the highest finish by any female driver in FTRL, purely for the fact she is the first female driver in FTRL history. But yeah, Joe Burns looking to initiate battle on Panda. Apologies for this again, I am ill, so I do tend to mute my mic so the rest of you don't hear me, you know, being ill at that point. Here we go now. Joe Burns, that DRS is helping him a bit, gaining a lot of time on Panda. She needs to make sure he keeps his head, and he could get back-to-back podiums in 2 weeks. Six tenths now, going into this tricky chicane. 7 tenths now. DRS open. How much time can Joe gain? Struggling there. Not bad at all. Yellow is sector 3. Green flag has been waved. My co-commentator is currently struggling with his internet at this point. Blue flag about to be lapped by the leader of this Grand Prix. Blue flag takes the exit road just to stay out of the way. Picks up a penalty for that, but I don't think he'll be bothered that much. Remco. Blue flag retires Remco and Panini battling. Remco on super soft tyres, so it was always going to help. Chris catching up to Goy now. We're going to stay on board with this battle with Joe Burns and FTRL Panda. See what we can muster up. Here we go. Looks for it up the inside. A bit ambitious. Panda closes the door. Good respectful driving. To be honest, Panda let him have the space just so there's no wing damage or any collisions. It's brilliant from them both. Joe Burns picks up a very harsh penalty. I feel like we'll be looking at that because that was incredibly harsh. Onto the podium, catching up. But penalties will play a factor in this Grand Prix, barring positions. Here we go. On Joe Burns, he's back.
For about the 50th time tonight, I have returned.
Welcome back.
Hopefully this time we'll be here a bit longer. But we'll
Hopefully,
see.
mate. DRS open now for Joe Burns. Not a lot Panda can do about it. Has he got it done? Panda's gonna look, he's gonna try and get a better run up this hill. Dirty Air is a killer going up that hill. Now Joe Burns needs to really excel in this lap. Although I could see that penalty being removed from the performance admins, and we will look at that. But in case it's not, he does need to build 3-second gap between himself and Panda if that is the only penalty he has and Panda doesn't have any. Just on board with FTRL Hamilton now, coming into final chicane, just about to start his final lap of the Grand Prix.
Yeah, he's driven quite a good race. Seemed to be like just consistently out of the front, not getting involved in any issues or anything like that. So good driving from him.
Yeah, he's gained a position after a good qualifying session as well.
Now our closest battle on track. Well, it could be Goikart and Cress actually. There's only
Matt
half
Cause.
second between them.
DRS. Can he gain
Oh,
on
yeah,
Sophie?
Matt. Don't think he'll be able to have a look into the first corner though, because that McLaren's not quite got the legs to do anything. But Sophie takes the curb there, doesn't get the best run out of the first corner. Matt all over the back of her, there's contact. Sophie somehow managed to hold the slide, and does Matt now have wing damage?
Doesn't
Don't
look as though he
know.
has.
No, he might have got away with it. But this battle's certainly hotting up now.
Sophie's done very
So he
well
goes-
to hold that.
Yeah, she's sliding all over the place.
FTRL Hamilton coming round the final corner. It's been a brilliant drive from him. Congratulations to him.
Matt
Brave
and
his
Sophie, the
revenge.
battle keeps going on. Matt finds a space down the inside into the hairpin,
Comes home in P2.
and he blocks the cutback. So Matt now into P6.
Joe Burns, will he finish in P3? We'll find out. He doesn't. Panda takes it on penalties. That could be very harsh though. Although Joe picked up about 10 seconds worth, so I'm not sure if that is the case, but we'll see. Matt Cause, P6, P7,
Oh no,
jumped on
Goy's just put it in
penalties.
the gravel.
Oh, the
Goy's put it in
final
the gravel.
hurdle. Can Aaron take it
Oh,
away from him?
no.
He's gonna. But Goy will finish
Oh,
in the points, I
Goy.
believe.
What an unfortunate ending there.
That is incredibly unfortunate. And the last driver to finish this Grand Prix is Remco, coming home in P11. Unlucky from him, despite his qualifying. Wow, what a race.
Well, from what I saw of it, it was quite good. Shame I couldn't have been here for the whole thing, but oh well.
There's a perfectly good YouTube channel that you can subscribe to see this live stream. It's called FTRL. Little plug there. I'm good at that on this channel. I predicted the 2 Red Bulls and Joe Burns on the podium.
Wow, on track you would have been correct, but unfortunately those penalties.
Yeah, unfortunately there's limits on the track, which I feel is quite annoying actually. But yeah. Do you want to give us a final rundown of the grid whilst we're here?
Yeah, so we had Hamilton P1, Ravers P2, Panda P3, P4 with Joe Burns, P5 onto the podium, P6 the only female, F1 Sophie, 7th Matt Cause, 8th Cress not making or losing any positions, 9th was Aaron, 10th Goykarp scoring the last point, Remco 11th, who was last of the finish, actually no that's incorrect, Panini was 12th, Catamines 13, and that's the only people that finished, as we have Blue Flags, Berg and Willie Tix retiring.
Did you have a driver of the day in that race?
I would have to say my driver of the day was, is it Panda, I believe it came third, because
Yeah.
I feel driving the Williams from P11 I believe it was to P3 is quite an achievement. Well, driving any car from P11 to P3, it's like a great race no matter what, but especially when it's the Williams, so he's my driver of the day.
My driver of the day is going to be Joe Burns. He was very good today, unlucky not to get on the podium. But yeah, he had very good defensive driving. He had very good battles with the top 3, especially Ravers and Panda. So yeah, he's took my driver of the day. Currently, our race winner is dealing with some technical difficulties. So, whilst we wait for him, we will interview Ravers Revenge. Congratulations on the P2, mate. Are you okay? Looked an incredibly tough race for you. You was involved in so many incidents. Do you want to talk us through it?
Man.
Do you want to talk us through it?
I pitted early, like 1 lap early, and then came back out into obviously into traffic, and I just got tangled with was it Sophie? I think
Yeah.
it was.
Yeah.
And don't know, man. Just got wing damage, and that cost me. Had to get it changed.
Was that with
Yeah.
onto the podium?
No, I got it was when I was battling with Sophie,
Oh right.
and
Yeah, you looked. You
I
looked
just
fine
went
up
off
until
and
that
hit the
point.
wall. Sorry.
You looked fine when you was battling with onto the podium. Was that after you pit or was that shortly?
I had wing damage up until I put the mediums on when I replaced the wing at the same time.
Oh right, okay. disappointed to not get the win, you know, despite that amazing qualifying session you had.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, but what can you say?
Yeah, it was just a matter of luck, really, I suppose, for yourself. You was incredibly unlucky with the incident she was involved in. Uh, Obviously, I speak for the past couple of weeks as well. Do you think your luck will start to kick in, or?
I hope so. Um, no, just these wings just seem to just fall off quite easy. And to sneeze on my wing at the moment, and it comes off.
Just the last one. Do you feel quite privileged to have been in the Red Bull despite your pace shown this season?
Oh man, yeah, I love the Red Bull. Best team.
Okay. Well, congratulations on the P2.
Thanks, man.
Marcus, who do you want to interview, the race winner or Panda?
Well, we'll leave the race winner to last, I suppose, so we'll talk to Panda now.
Okay.
So just talk race there, because you came back from quite low down on the grid. So just explain like how you did it, I guess.
Well, obviously 11th get free tyres, so I thought I didn't really mean to try the one stop. It just turned out that I was in such a good position after many people either got wing damage or had a spin or went for a two stop or something like that. That it was like, well, I'm either gonna have to pit and drop down to sort of maybe 8th or 7th or something, or I can try and get the mediums to the end and hopefully end up with a V3, 4 or 5. So tried to do that. The tyres at the end were on about 80, 82%, so it was a bit touch and go, but yeah, really happy got there in the end.
Yeah, well, strategy obviously seemed to work out quite well. How did you find driving the Williams? Because, I mean, it's supposedly the worst.
Yeah, it was terrible. That after the chicane, that corner in the first sector, it doesn't go around it at all, so you have to drop down a gear just to go around the corner. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'm going to be third at the end of this, because it seems Joe got a very harsh time penalty there, so I have to see what the stewards make of that. But P3 P4, I'm happy in Williams.
Yeah, good race from you. Very impressed. Got anything to add, Dan?
And here he is again in Red Bull. It's not the first time you won the Red Bull, is it, Tal?
Ferrari, wasn't it, with you?
Yeah, let's not bring that up, actually. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You looked like you made good work of the battle going on with Sophie and Ravers. She seemed to be not purposely holding him up, but keeping him at bay, and you managed to overtake them both in two corners. What was going through your head at that point?
It was literally coming up the long curve. I see Ravers. I don't know whether it was dirty air or slight wing damage or both. Went round there a bit wide and slow, so I managed to keep it on the inside of him. Went round. I had a good exit out of the next corner, and already decided. Sophie was starting to come over, so I thought I'll switch back. If I put my nose in, I put my nose in. But she managed. I think she broke a bit late, or went deep into the corner, which helped me get through. But yeah, it was a good couple of corners for me.
Yeah, and then throughout that race, you just really pulled on the seconds of your lead. At one point, you was leading by about 11 point something seconds. Did you just turn up the ERS, or was you just tyre managing? What was you doing?
I was literally plodding along, medium DRS and standard fuel. I still had, I think it was about a lap and a half worth of fuel in the bank. I was just plodding around, taking it easy, one lap at a time, just trying to bring it home.
I think myself Marcus and Pagani will remember that quote saying you took it easy. What kind of car do you think you'll be in next week?
Not a Red Bull.
Safety
no.
car.
A safety car, yeah.
Any predictions?
Probably down to something maybe Sauberish, or
Ooh,
I can see it down to something like that.
being a bit harsh on yourself there.
I thought that.
Uh,
That's a bit extreme.
well, congratulations to to you for your win. Is there anything you'd like to say at all?
No, me personally, no.
Anyone else? No?
Guess not.
No, I'm good.
Okay. Well, thank you for joining me tonight, Marcus.
It's been a pleasure.
Yeah. Hopefully we have a very good one next time without technical issues. But join us next
Yeah.
week for Division 1 with myself and FTRL Blue Flag. Ravers, will you be there?
Yes, should be next week, man. Looking forward to it.
Join
Division 1
myself,
back
Blue
again.
Flag, and Ravers Revenge for the return of Division 1 after a little break. So, see you on Monday.